Look, I need to say this out loud. Not for her, but for me. Because for months I carried the weight of her choice like it was my fault. Like I wasn't enough. Like maybe if I'd been more exciting, more spontaneous, more him, she would have stayed. But the truth hit me 10 months later when she showed up and told me something I'll never forget. It started with a sentence that shattered me. I think I want to see where things go with him. Cold like the decision had been made weeks before, she said the words out loud. I didn't fight, I didn't beg, I didn't ask her to stay, because something in her tone told me she wasn't looking for a reason to hold on. She was already gone. And so I did the only thing that made sense. I left. No big goodbye, no dramatic ending. It's just me quietly packing a duffel bag. While she sat on the couch texting someone who clearly wasn't me anymore. We'd been together 5 years. 5 birthdays, 5 winters, 5 times she cried in my arms when her anxiety got too loud and the world got too fast. I knew everything: how she liked her coffee, what song made her cry every December, the way she counted ceiling tiles when she was trying not to cry. But none of that mattered, because suddenly a guy she'd known for a few months had become someone she needed to explore. I remember walking out of that apartment like I was walking out of a dream, except it felt more like waking up inside a nightmare I didn't sign up for. I stayed at a friend's place for a week, slept on a mattress on the floor, staring at the ceiling most nights, just trying to breathe. Calls with someone new. People say time heals, but time doesn't heal anything unless you work through the pain, and I didn't. Not at first. I muted her on everything, deleted our photos, avoided our mutual friends. I couldn't handle the updates, the possibility that she was thriving while I was crumbling. 3 weeks in, I started to get angry. Not at her, at myself, for loving her more than I loved me. For putting her on a pedestal and ignoring all the signs that she'd stop seeing me the same way. And slowly, day by day, I started showing up for myself again. Small things: getting up before noon, cooking for one, reading instead of scrolling. Month 3, I joined a gym not to get her back, but to remember what strength felt like. Month 5, I went on a date. She was nice, funny, kind, but I realized halfway through dessert that I wasn't ready. I smiled, paid, thanked her for her time, and walked away without guilt, because I finally understood healing isn't linear. Some days you move forward, some days you sit with the past. Both count. By month 7, I wasn't checking her socials anymore. I wasn't wondering who she was with. I was breathing again. It's really breathing. And then month 10, a Thursday. I'd just gotten home from work. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I almost didn't pick up, but something told me to answer. Her voice was quiet. Hey, it's me. For a second, I forgot how to speak. She asked if we could meet just to talk. I paused. Everything in me screamed, don't open that door. But something softer whispered, closure isn't weakness. So I agreed. 1 hour, a public place. No expectations. When I saw her again, I didn't feel the ache I expected. She looked the same, but smaller, like life had humbled her. Her eyes were tired, but not from crying, from carrying the weight of choices she couldn't take back. She didn't waste time. I lied, she said. I blinked. About what? About him, about everything. She sighed, her voice cracking. He wasn't who I thought he was. The attention felt good, and I confused it with connection. I thought I was missing something with you, but the truth is, I was missing something in me. I just stared, silent. She kept going. I told myself you were too stable to calm, that I needed chaos to feel alive. But you were home. And I burned it down, chasing fireworks, and for the first time in 10 months, I saw her. Not the woman I loved, not the woman who left, but the woman who had to break something good just to learn what good really was. She reached for my hand. I didn't move. I'm sorry, she whispered. I don't expect anything. I just needed you to know, and it wasn't about you. You loved me, right? Just didn't know how to receive it. I nodded slowly. I know, I said. I figured it out somewhere between rock bottom and rebuilding my life. She cried. I didn't. Not because I didn't care, but because I had already done my grieving. I stood up. I hope you find what you're looking for, truly. But I can't be your safety net when the new thrill fades. I've come too far to bleed again. For a wound I already healed. She stood too, wiped her face. I get it. I turned to leave, then paused. You didn't lose me when you chose him. Lost me when you stopped choosing us. Then I walked away. Not with pain, not with regret, but with peace. If you've ever been left for someone who only knew the surface of the person you built a life with, you're not crazy, you're not weak, you're just human. If they ever come back, remember, you don't owe them the pieces you spent months putting back together. Sometimes loving yourself is the most radical closure you'll ever give.